Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Bella with Bella Gitana Tarot. So I wanted to do a reading for the week. I know I'm late. I usually do them on Monday, but this full moon we had in Libra really did a number on me. I know for a lot of you as well. It was a super moon, so it was really intense and really resetting the karmic scales, basically, like any debt that you may have had from a past life or this life was starting out from zero, basically. So it was very intense energy and took a lot out of me. I know on Saturday I was feeling extremely tired and like exhausted, and it hit me like a couple of days before the actual full moon. And then yesterday I was still feeling like tired, and I don't know, it was just really weird. But I feel better now. And so I wanted to finally do the weekly reading for the Divine Masculine. We're going to check on the energies for a Divine Feminine here on this side, the Divine Masculine here on the right, just to see what's going on with their energy. And as I was shuffling this deck, I just got it today. I noticed this actually is the flames in shape of a bird. And that's so funny because I've been doing the lovebird messages, on my channel. If you haven't watched it, definitely go back and do that so you can kind of see what is going on. That I'm bringing in new content, just feel really called to do that. But let's go ahead and get started. With the feminine, we have a dishonest energy here. Lie to get what they want. Lie about who they are. Don't reveal their true feelings. Wow, we're going to get into that and see what that's about. Look at this. On the bottom of the deck, we have highs and lows, lack of consistency, full of drama, and more lows than highs. Wow, so I feel like the feminine is in this really high and low energy, especially because of this full moon too. There could be a lot of things that are coming up to the surface that she doesn't want to reveal. You know what I mean? Let's just see what else is going on with her. Oh my God. She has a lot to say. We have control. Wanting to control you, expects you to cater to them. Silent treatment, ghosting. Wow. Wow. Yeah. I feel like she's definitely in her low vibe right now. Some of them, not all of you. Feeling like you want to be in control, so that's what you're holding back. Speaking of holding back, we have restraint, delayed gratification, holding off on sex, taking things slow. So I feel like she's really wanting to control herself because she does feel this sexual energy, especially towards her masculine. And then she has guilt trip, pressures you to have sex, always given to having sex, expects sex all the time. This is why she's holding back, because she's in this energy where she really wants to jump her masculine's bones. I mean, that's basically what's going on here. Then we have future at the bottom. Making future plans. They see a future with you. Hard to stay present. So yeah, I feel like all of this is, pent up in her energy because she knows this is her masculine. She knows that this is her future spouse. And it's frustrating. I feel like, honestly, she's very frustrated. And it's coming out in different ways. She might be, ghosting the masculine because she's feeling rejected. So she's just going through it right now. Okay. Let's see what's going on with the masculine. We have longing and your worst. Missing you very much. Not the same without you. Wanting to reconcile. And that guy's like writing something. It looks like he's thinking of something that he wants to say. And then your worst. Brings out the worst in you. Act out of character. Facing your shadow self. Wow. So I feel like he is, also wanting to communicate, because he, you know, his life is not the same without you. He wants to reconcile, and this is also making him feel like it's not the norm. Like he's not used to longing for people. You know, like this is very different for him, and it's bringing out the worst in him, because he really, this is like a new element for him, and now he's having to face his shadow self, right? Now we have idealism at the bottom of the deck. Reality doesn't match ideality. Love to be in love, always searching for the one. Wow. So I'm getting here that that's part of his shadows. I feel like he is used to always feeling dissatisfied with whoever he ends up with, to where he's always looking for the next best thing. And I feel like he did this same thing to you when you guys were together, or he could be doing this now. And so now he's realizing that he's still longing for you even after, you know, you guys parted ways. So let's try to make room here. Let's put this as the divider. I want to pull like a couple more for him. Okay. Look at that. We have no games. There's nothing hidden. The real deal. Surrendering. Mature approach. Wow. So that's part of him doing his shadow work. You know what I mean? Because he honestly feels like he needs to finally do something different. If he wants to live a different life, he needs to change things up, because he's still longing for you, and he's recognizing that he needs to be vulnerable. He needs to open up. Now we have individuality at the bottom. Have your own life, giving each other space, whole on your own. So this is part of his ascension, part of his healing process, that he needs to learn who he is as a person. That way he's not hiding anything. That way he's able to be authentic, you know, and be able to surrender and go with the flow instead of controlling. Let's get one more. Look at that. I was literally talking about authenticity, and here it is. Truthful, genuineness, not holding back, being your true self. Interesting. So he knows that he has to do that in order to, you know, be able to appeal to you, to show you that he is serious. And yeah, so I feel like he wants to be honest with you. That's what he's longing for. He's longing to be honest. Bottom of the deck we have best ever. Good sex is blinding, confusing chemistry with love, learning about sexuality. Okay, this is the type of masculine that gets attached to people when he has sex with them. And so he is learning, part of his authenticity is noticing when something is real and when something isn't, and not being confused that chemistry is love, you know, or like having sex with somebody is equals to love. I feel like he's learning about, you know, going deeper than what's on the surface when it comes to sexuality and connecting with people sexually. It's not going to equate to love, but that's part of his you know, learning, part of his lessons. Okay, so let's pull some tarot and see, what is this dishonesty energy, spirit? The Nine of Cups. Interesting that I have the ladybug here and I have my ladybug here. This card reminds me of the Ten of Cups too, because you have the happy family, they're having a picnic. So I'm getting here that the feminine, then we have the Two of Wands here at the bottom. I feel like the feminine feels like this was, you know, a lie, right? Like it was presented to her that you guys could have this Ten of Cups energy. But I feel like she feels like she missed out on that, you know? And she doesn't want to reveal that this is really what she wanted. It's a very confusing energy too, because I feel like she's feeling like she was robbed of that in a way. And so she's hiding she's hiding that she really wanted this 10 of Cups with the masculine by acting like she's really happy with the 9 of Cups. You know, 9 of Cups is about being happy on your own, being independent. And with the 2 of Wands, it's like she felt like you guys were planting, you know, the seeds to make this, you know, situation grow into something. And then we have this is basically the Page of Cups, the Prince of Chalices. This could also be somebody's giving her this flower. So yeah, I feel like she had plans. Like the feminine is feeling like she had plans to be happy with this person, and then somebody was not honest. That's what it is. Yeah, somebody was not honest. They were masking how they were feeling, and she's feeling a little bit hurt about this. You know, why is control here? Look at that. She wanted this 10 of Pentacles. Focus. There we go. Yeah. They're like serving wine. Maybe you guys like to drink wine. So she wanted to have control over this connection. You know, she really wanted this 10 of Cups. I mean, not 10 of Cups. I just finished talking about that earlier. She really wanted this. So I feel like she's disappointed. I feel like this is why she's holding back with the ghosting energy. You know, because I also get here that she feels the masculine is ghosting her and controlling the situation by not talking to her, when he knows that this is what it is between you guys. Yeah, then we have the 4 of Swords here. So I feel like she's going back to like the Hermit's energy is what I'm getting. And that could be why silent treatment was on there, because she's, you know, not speaking, right? You guys are not speaking because part of being silent is to try to be in control of a situation, right? That's usually what happens in the twin flames. One or both of them end up giving each other a silent treatment. But this is what you guys wanted, and I feel like she recognizes this is what it was, okay? Maybe the masculine didn't. Why is restraint here, Spirit? Holding off on sex, taking things slow. This also gives me the energy of somebody being celibate. You know what I mean? Like she's not really trying to have sex with anybody. She doesn't want instant gratification, right? Because it says delayed gratification. Taking things slow, like maybe talking to people but not really getting in bed with them. You know what I mean? Then we have the Fool and the Hangman. Wow. Exactly. So it's like she's going with the flow, you know, taking risks, taking a leap of faith to maybe move on to a new beginning, right? Dating people, but she's not doing anything about it with them. It's not going further. She's putting a pause on it. And these are 2 major arcana. So when it comes to trying to make big life changes, she's holding back. Okay? She's holding off, right? Look at that. 9 of Pentacles. A lot of 9s here on her side. So yeah, I feel like she's definitely, you know, working on her garden, like building her money, you know, her empire. And that's what she's focused on. She's focused on her stability. Why is guilt trip here? Always give into having sex, expect sex all the time, pressures you to have sex. What is that about? The 3 of Wands. This is like, this gives me like the star energy type of vibes. I just feel like she knows that this connection is fated. You know what I mean? And 3 of Wands usually represents travel. So I'm kind of sensing here that she knows that the masculine could very well try to come towards her and expect to, you know, get together intimately. And she's kind of preparing herself for him giving her a guilt trip. You know what I mean? Like, and this dog right here represents being loyal, right? So it's almost like she knows that the masculine could possibly guilt trip her and say, well, if you're loyal to me, then you'll give me, you know, what I want. Like, pressure her. And she knows that this could be something that you guys agreed to in your soul contract before you came to Earth. Yeah, this is some type of communication with the Ace of Swords. Okay. And we have the owls there on the sword. This reminds me of the Hermit's energy. This is like at nighttime. So I feel like at nighttime, she senses that the masculine could be either coming to her in the 5D, you know, to try to have the astral sex type of energy, or this could also be that she knows the truth about how he thinks, you know what I mean? So, and it's funny because this card kind of looks like these two people, they kind of look like Edward and Bella from Twilight, but it's not them, but it so looks like them. He has all these tattoos. That's how I know that's not Edward, but he looks a lot like Edward. Maybe one of your masculines' name is Edward, somebody out there, or Bella. But anyways, I just kind of sense here that the masculine, she knows that you guys are fated to be together. You know that your person is going to come towards you, and they might make you feel guilty. Maybe because you're talking to other people. Doesn't have to be, but at the same time, she could also feel like she really wants to come towards her masculine and give him a guilt trip because she really wants to have sex with him. You know, it's like she's not going to hold back with the truth here. Communication. Why is longing here for the masculine? Wanting to reconcile. That's what it says there at the bottom. The Queen of Wands. Yeah, he's very attracted to you. Wanting to reconcile because he knows that you're attracting things to you, and he's a little bit worried here. Yeah, with the competition with the 5 of Wands. He's a little bit concerned. He's like, I don't want you with anybody else, and I'm really missing you. Why is your worst here? Brings out the worst in you. Act out of character. How is he acting out of character? Facing his shadow self. The Queen of Cups. Okay, so I'm getting here that he's finally tapping into his feminine energy, his emotions. And this could also be you are a water sign, maybe. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And you could be bringing out the worst in him because you're shining the light on him, on things that he needs to work on. And it's like a battle, right? 5 of Swords. Very ego driven. Why is no games here? Temperance. So I feel like your masculine needs to temper his energy because he could have been all over the place playing games, and now there's nothing that he's hiding anymore. He's surrendering, and it takes patience, you know. With the temperance, that signifies patience. Look at that. It takes patience for him to finally get down on his knees and surrender, to want to really commit this time. Why is authenticity here? The Ace of Pentacles. This gives me the energy of the fall for some reason. Or this could be spring. I can't tell. This is the Wheel of the Year Tarot. But anyway, he wants to be honest and not hold back and actually offer you a solid offer, you know, like, I want to be with you, I want to take you out, you know, higher level of commitment, be authentic this time, because he was probably playing games in the past. Yeah, look at that. Ace of Cups. So when we have 2 aces in a reading, that's a partnership, especially on his side. So he's finally realizing that he loves you, because he could have been hiding this energy. Yeah, missing opportunities with the 4 of Cups because he wasn't aware that he felt this way towards you. Okay, let's get one tarot card for the mutual energy between you guys. Page of Wands. So I feel like you guys want to communicate with each other, and you're trying to look out for each other from a distance. Look at that. The Hierophant's at the bottom. So definitely, you guys are definitely thinking about each other because you guys would like to commit to each other. You guys have a spiritual connection with the Hierophant showing up at the bottom. Usually when cards are at the bottom of the deck, that signifies something that's hidden that you're not aware of. So it could be on the masculine's end that he's not aware that this is a spiritual connection, but you're definitely aware of it, feminine. But he might not be. But I feel like in this reading, he's starting to realize, you know, with his doing his shadow work, that he does feel these feelings that he's probably been suppressing. Now he wants to be authentic. Look at that. This is the Emperor's energy in this deck. This is the Akashic Tarot. And we have the King of Scrolls, which is the King of Swords in this deck. So yeah, I feel like something new is coming with the Foundation. I don't even know why I pulled this card, but I just felt guided to it. I guess Spirit wanted me to pull it. But yeah, I feel like this is gonna birth a new foundation for you guys, because fours stand for foundations and scrolls could be like contracts, right? So we saw the King of Swords on that. So I feel like somebody's gonna come in with some truth, you know, to finally speak up. Let's get one card for the masculine to summarize the reading. Oh my God. And it came out again. And on this one, his arms are crossed. So he could be a little bit hesitant to open up about what he wants to say. But look at this. This is like the Three of Wands in this deck. Three of Forces, a bird's nest. Yeah, something new is starting. This is like you guys are building your nest egg. There's a butterfly here in the distance, okay? So things are changing. The word birth here reminds me of a rebirth, right? And that's usually number 13 in tarot, and that adds up to a 4, and we have a 4 here. So I feel like something new is about to start with you guys, a new cycle, especially with how we just had this full moon in Libra, reset of karmic cycles, you know, the balancing of the scales. So let's get one card to summarize this entire reading, Spirit. Oh my God, look at that, another butterfly. Take your time. The journey is just as important, if not more, than the destination. Like the caterpillar, he enters into the world to arrive to a state of evolved growth, just like we do, but you cannot always rush the process or it will not be the right time. Timing is important in many situations. Soon, when Father Time feels it to be that moment, it is then, and only then, will you be ready to fly and soar and explore the next stage. Wow, you guys. So that is basically the message. Like, Spirit is basically saying, you guys need to take your time to process these feelings, you know, process what's coming up to the surface that you've been avoiding. I feel like for the feminine, she's dealing with a lot of pain from the past and really trying to cope with the deception, you know, like the past energy, and being open to new chapters, because we did see the Fool card for her and the Hangman. So I feel like the Hangman also represents seeing things from a different perspective, sacrificing things, even though it's not the way that you wanted them to be. I feel like she's in a very accepting energy. And then with the masculine, I feel like he's coming to terms with realizing that he does have these feelings for you, that you are the one that he's missing in his life, and he doesn't want to play games anymore. Like, I feel like he's getting to a place now where he's really wanting to be serious this time, but it takes time, and he's actually, you guys are both going through a transformation, okay? Look at this. Bottom of the deck, we had multiple partners. A card that reflects multiple partners that are willingly engaging with each other in a connection that serves them all. A mutual choice. So I feel like, you know, in the past energy, you guys could have been dating briefly. Take it how it resonates, but I feel like in the present moment, there could be people trying to get your attention, especially the feminine. And that's how the Five of Wands came out for the masculine, because he knows there's competition. You know, he's a little bit not jealous, but he is a little bit territorial over his feminine. And this might make him a little bit anxious, because he may not like that, you know, that his feminine is so beautiful that, you know, she gets attention because she's, you know, bringing in good things into her life. And you guys are not speaking, so it makes it even harder, right? You might be speaking to each other in the 5D, but I just get here that this is also hard for him because this is new territory for him. You know, he's never been through this before, and you haven't either. But I feel like this is going to help you guys build a solid foundation, especially with the Emperor's energy on the feminine side. I feel like you feminine switched roles with the masculine, where now you're in your masculine energy, and he is still in the masculine, but we did see the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands for him. So I feel like he's definitely starting to feel these emotions that he could have been suppressing. Now everything's coming up to the surface like a boiler, you know, like a teapot, right? That's just what I'm getting here. Let's get one last card for advice from Spirit. What is the advice here for the reading, Spirit? Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to, okay? So I feel like this definitely is teaching you guys to know that this is not a sprint. You know, you need to set the pace, right? Like a marathon. And just really be connected to your heart space, because we have that green color here. Your crown chakra, receiving downloads from Spirit, just trusting that the universe is already working things for you guys and not trying to do things to you before you. And look at this. Now we have envy at the bottom. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges, right? So we need to just stay in our lane and know that everybody has different challenges. Nobody is better off than the other person. You know what I mean? Like, you guys each signed different contracts before you came into this earth. And so everything's playing out as it should. And so just keep persevering and keep setting your mind to keeping yourself high vibe, and you're going to be able to persevere. Let me get one more. I keep saying like one more. But Spirit wants you to know one more thing, okay? What else, Spirit? What do we need to know for the viewer that's watching this? What do they need to know? Oh my God. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. You guys. I don't even know when the new moon in Libra is, but we just had a full moon in Libra, and that was intense. So, you know, when Libra takes the energies and really sets the balance of how things need to be, it's allowing room for new things to begin. But of course, it's, you know, resetting the balance to where you can let go of old things so that new things can come in, right? Making room for your blessings. And then we have take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. So I'm just getting here that Spirit is saying you need to make sure to stay on your path, persevere, and know that a new romantic cycle is going to begin when you allow things to go with, you know, not try to control and just go with the flow, because it's better that way. And then that's how you allow magic to happen, because it was not your doing. You you basically allowed God to show you everything as it was supposed to be unraveling, and it wasn't by your hand, right? Because we're not God, right? So we just need to let him and the universe take over to do things as it should. And when it happens, it's going to be something that's going to be balanced. It's going to be just, right? Because we have justice here. And it's going to be something that you've been manifesting with the new moon's energy. We have the new moon in about 2 weeks or whatever. So I'm not sure what cycle the new moon is in the next 2 weeks, but it's basically going to be, if not this new moon, it could be when it's actually in the new moon in Libra. Okay. So take time to breathe out, right? And that's basically what Spirit is saying here in the reading. So let me know what you think. I hope that was helpful. Comment below if this resonated with you. And if you'd like to book a personal reading, you can do so by clicking on my link below. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!